Go, Drew.
It went all right. Going through the drills, got stuck on a couple things, but other than that, I mean, it was pretty solid day, I'd say.
Did you run like you wanted?
Not quite, but I'll take it, I guess.
I thought I heard a 4.55. Did I hear wrong?
Maybe. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you.
How'd you feel about your? I think 37 was that?
Yeah, I felt pretty good about that. I mean, felt good jumping broad. Broad didn't do so hot, but felt good on the vertical.
Go through drills here, just being able to have a little bit more individual attention as opposed to a combine with so many people. How important is that?
Yeah, I mean, I thought that was pretty important to show, my dropping capabilities, so I can move a little bit in space, and I think that was a pretty important part of today.
What's been some of the feedback you've gotten from teams that you've talked to?
Really just kind of a lack of experience at the position. So, I mean, you kind of have some, experience issues there where it's like maybe reading something or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL guys that were working out today, I noticed they both said, "Hey man, great job, really good job." I mean, they were smiling. Does that make you feel good when they react like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good feedback. I mean, you're going to be kind of happy over that, and it felt pretty good. So,
What was your take on the combine? Just doing a lot of talking up there.
yeah, I mean, just a ton of interviews. I mean, you spend hours doing your interviews. So, I mean, it was a good time talking to football with the different coaches, kind of see the NFL side of how they do things. But I mean, yeah, a lot of talking. So,
Yeah. What's this time been like for you? Because you see projections in the first round and stuff, and things are about to change for you.
yeah, I mean, you can look at that stuff. I mean, of course, I was looking at it at the beginning, kind of getting excited about it, but I mean, I just kind of stopped, just kind of quit, focusing on that and just kind of, putting it. I mean, it's really, in God's hands now. I mean, I can't really, change too much. So, I mean, why worry about it when you can't really affect it that much?
Where are you working out?
Back at home in Denton.
I saw your mom and dad are here. Just how supportive have they been through this whole process, having them here watching you and just being there for you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was working out back at home. So, I mean, my nutritionist was my mom, my dad was my strength coach. So, I mean, yeah, really kind of a whole family deal right there. So,
what's now the waiting until obviously the
yeah, I
draft
mean,
hits?
now, I mean, you're done with your 40 and all this, kind of workout stuff. So, I mean, you're going back to football. I mean, you got to go back to your conditioning, back to, drill, stuff like that. So, kind of flip the switch there.
What does draft day look like for you? Are you doing a big party at your house?
Yeah, I mean, we're just having a bunch of my family, over. So, extended family. We're just having it in my house.
Drew, what's the dynamic like with your parents? Your dad's a strength coach, mom nutritionist. How hard on you are they?
I'm pretty hard on myself, I'd say. So, I mean, it kind of takes, that off of them. But, I mean, they're gonna push me as well, too. So, I mean, just, kind of get the job done kind of a thing.
Are they charging you a lot?
Charging? a little bit. I'm going to have to negotiate some prices, but we'll see.
Was the year here productive for you? Do you feel like you got what you wanted from it?
Yeah,
What'd you get?
I mean, being able to experience playing, that stack position, middle linebacker, I think kind of helped me a lot, obviously. And, it was very valuable time here. And, thankful for, all the experience I've had here.
I know this is business, but have you been able to just enjoy the experience and enjoy the process a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, you only go through this once. So, I mean, you kind of got to enjoy these little moments like this. It's good, being back here with all the guys and seeing them. So, I mean, just little experiences like that, you got to, learn to enjoy them.
Do you anticipate being that stand-up middle linebacker type in the NFL? Are you flexible with, doing other things, edge rusher, things like that? Or
Yeah, I mean, my kind of thing is, being a versatile player. So, I mean, wherever you need me, you can play me kind of a thing. So, really kind of that flexibility standpoint.
You grew up, I'm assuming, maybe being a Cowboys fan, or?
Yeah, a little bit of a Cowboys fan, yes, sir.
Or do you have any preference for who picks you?
I mean, you get to play in the NFL. I mean, you can't be too picky. So, yeah.
And do you feel good that you've done everything leading up to this to put yourself in the best position possible?
Yeah, I mean, this is really kind of that last step before the draft. I mean, you always got meetings and stuff like that, but I mean, really, this is my last thing of showing what I could do workout wise. So, I mean, kind of over that last hump now.
Isn't there that last pass where Run for Over threw you by, I don't know, about 20 yards, and he did a good job?
Yeah, he did a great job, a little gas there at the end, so it kind of gave up a little bit, but,
How do you feel about your conditioning?
How do I feel?
Yeah, because that's obviously doing this stuff, it's a little different than being in practice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really in football shape, really at all, but, I mean, you're running a 40, you're not running 40 after 40, so, I mean, got to pick that conditioning part up a little bit again, so.
Hey, good luck, Drew.
Appreciate it.